Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I feel like I just looked it up, so I've said the scripture correctly. I feel like I'm living in the times foretold in Isaiah 5:20. Woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who put darkness for light and light for darkness, who put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. I have a wonderful pregnancy center in my district, and I've sat here for most of the hearing. I had to step out, but I've heard these words stated from the other side of the dais. Propaganda centers, misinformation, they are a sham, intentionally lie, deceitful, dangerous. What was the other one? Oh, anti-abortion extremism. When these, at least the one in my district, lovingly care for the women who come into their center who are looking for some other option than abortion, and these families are put around and cared for, given, in the one in my district, they're given free ultrasounds. There are physicians there. There are techs there. There are medical personnel there. And to just completely upend, to the words of Isaiah the prophet, what is happening in these pregnancy centers that is good and loving and caring for young women who don't know what to do with their pregnancy and are looking for other options other than abortions. And we're here today because the Biden administration is attacking these centers through taking away funding that goes to them. This bill that Ms. Fishbach and Ms. Tenney have authored today simply state that TANF dollars should be able to go to these entities that are providing this type of care. This claim that this bill shows favoritism and partiality, it was the Biden administration who decided to attack PRCs by publishing a notice of proposed rulemaking, which I just went into. Not to mention the vitriol and the discourse that I've heard from the other side, labeling these institutions and the way that they're labeling these institutions, demonizing these centers that provide loving care. And I wish I would have had enough time prior to this hearing to show a video of all the women who have gone through the pregnancy center in Sarasota County, who have had saved their babies, and they provide counseling for the fathers of these children, and the blessings that the pregnancy center has given to women and men in our community in Sarasota. And then they're completely demonized by comments made by the other side. And that leads to, our words are powerful. And it leads to these type of things: violent attacks on pregnancy resource centers. The pregnancy resource centers have been victimized by arson and firebombing, smashed windows, graffiti with threatening messages, destruction of signage, gluing of locks to prevent staff from entering, keying of staff members' cars, and other acts of violence and vandalism. Since the leak of the Dobbs Supreme Court draft ruling in May of 2022, pregnancy centers have seen a surge of attacks against them. Catholic Votes Tracker shows that there have been almost 90 attacks in 29 states and the District of Columbia between May 3rd of 2022 and September 28th of 2023, including the following: 1 in Missouri, 4 in my state of Florida, 2 in Pennsylvania, 4 in Ohio, 4 in Texas, 1 in Oklahoma, 1 in North Carolina, 6 in New York, 6 in Minnesota, 2 in Utah, 6 in California, and 4 in Iowa. The attacks appear to be organized under the umbrella of 2 domestic terror groups, Jane's Revenge and Ruth Sent Us, which has arisen since the Supreme Court opinion leak was published. Others appear to be connected to Antifa and anarchist groups. And then we hear from the other side today, and I'm not making these words up, this is what propaganda centers, misinformation, they are a sham, intentionally lie, deceitful, dangerous, and these organizations are extremist organizations because they're anti-abortion. Well, quite frankly, if anti-abortion position is extremist, then you can add me to that list of extremists, because I am anti-abortion. And I have that right as an American to be anti-abortion because I believe in life. And all of this bill does is go against a Biden administration ruling that pregnancy centers who lovingly care for these families in our communities, at least in mine. I can't speak to any of these other states, but I can speak to the one in Sarasota, and the satisfaction and success that they have had providing pregnancy services to young women and families is insurmountable. And it is certainly not the things that have been characterized by the other side of this dais today. I yield back.